Hello, I'm Kim Spencer. I'm sitting here with Brian Taylor, a lawyer who's been advising the Real Estate Board on agency issues for over 30 years. Brian, members have lots of questions about the new rules, and here's a good one. What do you do with a person that you meet at an open or you're taking a phone call who blurts out confidential information about themselves? What do you do with that?
Well, the classic is people are concerned that all of a sudden I've become his agent. But if you think about it, because I've been teaching for 30 years, the hallmarks of being an agent are receiving confidential information from a person, but it's also providing advice through your skill and expertise. It's really the combination of the two. So I think the mere fact, and I used the example with Kim, I said, if we were having the Real Estate Board's annual general meeting and somebody came in and shouted out, I've got $500,000 to spend in a house, that doesn't make everybody in the room his agent. That's kind of a little bit facetious. But at the end of the day, I think that what you want to do is you want to make sure that when those people come in and start talking to you, if they're divulging confidential information, you want to stop them as quickly as you can and say, look, if I'm your agent, you can tell me confidential information. If I'm not your agent, you need to be careful what you tell me. Don't tell me what you don't want me to know. As long as they understand that you're not their agent, if they start telling you things that might not be in their best interest, there's not much I can do about it. Somebody the other day in a small town up in northern BC published on their Facebook, we're selling our house, we hope to get $400,000 for it. Well, that's not confidential information anymore. That becomes public information. So I think the key for licensees is, again, you don't want that person coming back and saying to counsel, I told him that because I thought he was my agent. There is no expectation when he blurts it out that you're his agent, but the longer you allow that person to think, I'm talking to Kim, telling him this confidential stuff because I know he's there to protect me, that may harm you. So at some point, you have to jump in sooner rather than later and say, Kim, you need to understand, if I'm not your agent, you got to be careful what you're telling me.
Thanks, Brian. So that information that comes out doesn't necessarily make you an agent, but that person has to understand at the earliest opportunity that you are someone else's agent, or you may be their agent, depending on how your conversation proceeds after that.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Brian.